Can I ask you about a story in the Irish Times this morning about notices to quit for people who were in accommodation with on tour? Now, you yourself said people in this type of accommodation wouldn't or were more secure than they were in private rented accommodation. These are people who've been taken off, reclassified, taken off the homeless list. So what do you say now that these people are actually getting notices to quit?
Well, at the beginning of this year, I ordered an investigation into some aspects of our emergency accommodation. What was discovered was a miscategorisation. And when we discussed it in the Oireachtas Committee, the fact that a miscategorisation had occurred was accepted by members of the Oireachtas Committee, including Sinn Féin. And one of the important things that we need to understand is that we are talking about people in emergency accommodation when we publish the monthly lists. And local authorities doing work with the different service providers had realised that mistakes had been made for administrative technical reasons, where people who weren't in emergency accommodation were counted as being in emergency accommodation. And the example you give is an example where people have accommodation for 18 months, which is a lot longer than other people have when they go into a 12-month tenancy agreement, for example. So they've got, in many ways, greater protections than they might have in the private rental sector. They've also no risk of being evicted into emergency accommodation, because that's another commitment that we give. So again, they're in a stronger position. And I think it's wrong to compare someone who's in a home for an 18-month period and has no risk of entering emergency accommodation as being in the same situation as someone who's staying in the night in a hotel tonight, for example.